Hey everyone, this video is going to be going through Module 5, which is all about research and preparation. So before we get into that, your announcements. So you had your storytelling podcast that was due this last Sunday. You'll get those grades back by February 28th. Remember, big assignments, you always get 2 weeks, and then the small assignments, you get grades back within 1 week. So this one, 2 weeks, you'll get it back by the 28th. If you emailed me because you were having trouble uploading things on Sunday, you still need to get your files all uploaded to Canvas through that module for a assignment portal as soon as possible. I can't grade your assignments until you do so. And then similarly, if I emailed you about something, definitely do what I asked you to do in that email. Do that as soon as possible as well, because again, I can't grade your assignments until you upload things correctly. All right, so research. Why is research and preparation important to us as oral communicators? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first one is that research helps you prepare. It helps you understand your topic a little better, and it helps you become more clear about what it is that you're going to say. It also really helps to establish your speaker credibility, right? If I come up here and I'm just talking to you about, all these things that I'm telling you, but I have no credibility, you're not going to believe me, right? But if I come up here and I say, okay, well, I have these facts and figures that back up what I'm saying, and then you can go and find them and look at them yourselves and see that I'm telling the truth, well, then that really helps establish your speaker credibility. So with this research, you're going to be introduced to your next big speech. I know you just turned one in, but now you get the next one. It's your informative speech assignment. So this one is just you are simply explaining something from your major or future career field or just a general area of interest, something that's kind of complicated that you need to break down into something that's we say translate, right? You're translating a complex topic and putting it into something simple conversational language that people can understand. Now, one thing we really need to be careful about in this assignment is that we aren't being persuasive. So we'll do a persuasive speech later on, but this one is simply informing. Okay, so again, taking that in-depth look at a complex concept, process, or object from your major future career field or something you're interested in. So this one is going to be a 4 to 6 minute speech. Again, you get that 30-second grace period. So your video has to be between 3 minutes and 30 seconds and 6 minutes and 30 seconds. You'll have your informative speech topic due by tonight. I'll get you feedback on those right away, like tomorrow morning, just so you can get going on working on this speech. Again, this one, you'll have 2 outlines. You can see the examples here. Make sure that you upload your outlines as 2 separate documents, okay? Don't put them in one long document. I need them in 2 separate documents, okay? So always, for your big speeches, 3 separate files: your video file, preparation outline, and speaking outline. Again, check the Module 4A, or sorry, the Module 4 Monday video, where I go through and show you exactly how to upload multiple files at the same time. Again, you can use your speaking outline as notes while you're delivering this speech. I highly encourage that. But again, no reading and no memorizing and repeating, right? It's not a manuscript, it's just a guide. So like always, rehearse until you feel comfortable. Don't edit. Be in a quiet space, no background noise, no background music, anything like that going on. Fire alarms chirping in the background. Try to stay in as quiet a space as possible. And so then this one, the reason we're doing research is because you need to include a minimum of 3 references in your speech. And your references have to be from 2016 or sooner. So 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21 is acceptable. Anything before that you can use, but you need to have at least 3 that are from 2016 or sooner, okay? The reason we have you submit or have you do research that is more recent is because things change, right? We know over time our ideas and our knowledge changes with more research and with more understanding of the world around us. So we want to keep as up to date as possible with whatever it is we're talking about. For this assignment, one must be scholarly and one must be popular, and then the third one is up to you. So a scholarly is going to come from like an academic journal, a book written by a researcher, something like that, where a popular source is just going to be like a news station or a blog or something like that, where it's not really been peer reviewed, but it's still somewhat credible and adds to the overall credibility of your speech. So this week, as you're going through, make sure you're reading through all the different stuff about the different types of research and how to do good research. And then you have your oral communication vlog that's due this week. Definitely make sure to watch the example by Professor Willis. She does an excellent job showing and detailing exactly what you need to do to get full points on that assignment. So for this one, we can go through the rubric really quick. You can download it here as well. But again, you're just clearly explaining that concept, process, or object. So think about it like if you've ever heard the term explain like I'm five, that's what I want you to do in this assignment. Take something that's complicated and translate it and make it simple enough that a 5-year-old can understand what you're talking about, right? So if you have vocabulary that's difficult to understand or that people might not know, that's not very common, make sure you're explaining what those words mean, especially, if like you're in medicine or something like that. Just making it really, really simply, using metaphors and similes, things like that, that kind of help get your point across a little easier and better to understand. That's going to be very, very helpful in this speech. Again, organization, just make sure you're following the outlines. Should be super easy. As long as you follow the outlines, your speech is going to be pretty well organized. Delivery, always practicing, audio video quality is good. Make sure that you watch your videos before you submit them so you're sure that you can see and hear everything, okay? If you're missing something and if I have to ask, or if I just, something's not quite right, then you're going to lose some pretty easy points. So make sure you always review your files before you actually submit them. You'll need to do your 3 oral citations as well. So you'll have your references in APA 7th format at the end of your prep outline. You only need your reference page on your prep outline. You do not need it on your speaking outline. So in your prep outline, you're going to have all of the in-text citations, the reference page, all that stuff. And then in your speaking outline, you're going to write out your oral citations in that oral citation format to help guide you when you're giving your speech. Now, of course, if you are citing a source and directly quoting it, that is okay to read. That you can have written out in full in your speaking outline, because I don't expect you to memorize somebody else's words, right? I don't want you to memorize anything, right? So make sure that you have it written out in the format, including all the things you need to get full points for that section as well. Then again, outlines like usual, you'll get graded on. Again, like always, follow the example outlines and you should get pretty easy full points on that. So you can see the outline templates here that we have uploaded. This one is obviously different than the storytelling podcast outlines that you just did. But again, pretty simple. Make sure you have all of these things, your attention getter, how are you going to attract our attention, your audience relevance, why do we care about what it is that you have to say, your credibility, why should we listen to you about this, and then tell us what your thesis is, introduce your main points, and then go through into your body, telling us about each main point, remembering our rules of coordination, subordination, and division when it comes to outlining, making sure that you have your transitions in there, you're transitioning between your intro and body and between each main point, and then your body and conclusion. So again, if you just keep going down, you can see here, this is where you'll include your references. If you have any questions on APA 7th format, definitely email me, let me know, ask me if you have any questions. OWL Purdue is another really good resource to use for any kind of research citation help. There's a lot of good help out there. So make sure that you are taking that part seriously, because if you don't cite your research correctly, then you get really gets really dangerous, because then you can start maybe plagiarizing. Even if it's not on purpose, you can still accidentally plagiarize, and that's still against the student code of conduct. So make sure that you're really taking this part seriously and understanding exactly how to cite your sources and write them out correctly in your reference page. So we can go back here. That's the informative speech, the outline templates. So again, you have your topic selection that's due tonight. make sure that you get that in, again, from your area of interest, major, future career, or something like that. Remember, translate it, right? Go really deep into something. Don't tell me a lot of surface level things about a bunch of stuff. Tell me really, really deep about one thing in particular, okay? And then, like always, no two students can have the same topic. So first come, first serve on that. If you are reading through and see that somebody else already has the same topic as you, then you got to change your topic. So get your topic submitted as early as possible. And again, I'll get feedback on that to you as soon as possible. And again, make sure that your thesis is not persuasive, right? You're not saying people should do something, or the world would be better if everyone did this, something like that, right? You're just simply explaining a concept. You're telling me, or a process or object, right? You're just simply telling me about it. You're not telling me to think a certain way about it. You're just telling me the facts about it. So that's what I'm looking for with this topic selection. This week's go around is just how do you spend your time browsing the internet? Obviously we're using the internet a lot to do some research. So what about when you're not doing homework for this class? What do you waste your time on? Me personally, I spend entirely too much time on Reddit, something that I'm working to slowly get out of my daily habits, but I really enjoy that website. So what about you? You can comment on the bottom of this post and let me know how you spend your time. And then don't forget, so again, informative speech topic and module 6 quiz due tonight. And then you have your oral citation practice vlog due Sunday night. As always, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Thanks, y'all. See you next week.